Hey, and welcome to my backyard. So, this is going to be the first kind of episode of the greenhouse build. So, we purchased a Bellerose XL greenhouse kit, and this is where I'm going to put it. I've kind of laid out this initial outside perimeter for some concrete forms, but going to dig out here so I could put some gravel down. And then I'm also going to do kind of an inner form. So it's not going to be a complete concrete form. It's just only going to be the perimeter to set the frame on. And then the inside is going to be gravel with pavers. But what I've done is kind of staked out kind of the perimeter where this is going to go. This is the main body right here, surrounded by this wood form that I've got built. And then there's going to be a pergola that's going to be over this section here. So I've got this laid out. The outside is leveled. I used a laser level to make sure everything was the same height. Going to get this dug out. The temperature right now is like 100 degrees, so it's going to take me a little while to get this done. I'm going to try and enlist a lot of help from my son. So get all this dug out, get some gravel packed in here, get the internal frame built, and pour some concrete. So if you'd like to see more, just stick around. Okay, so with the perimeter completely dug out, the next step was to cover the entire area with a heavy duty weed barrier. I only dug out the grass around where the concrete's going down. Not really worried about the center. If things come up in the middle, I'll take care of that later. But I rolled the fabric out and secured it with landscape staples to keep it from shifting around. You may notice later that there's an additional strip that I put down. I tripped over a piece of the cloth, tearing it, so I just wanted to make sure it was completely covered. So I added that later on in the video. Okay, before moving any further, I took some time to check all the measurements again and make sure the outside forms were still straight, square, and positioned correctly. This part of the project took place over a few days, so even though when I purchased the boards, they were perfectly straight, sitting outside in the heat and the humidity caused several of them to warp, some of them quite significantly, so it made my process of kind of getting that stuff into place more difficult. So I checked, double checked, and made adjustments as needed to make sure those foundation dimensions still match the greenhouse plans. Okay, so once I was satisfied with the outside perimeter, I started cutting the internal form boards. This is going to basically make the inside edge of the concrete foundation and determine the final width of the concrete footing. So at this point, I'm mostly cutting everything to length and temporarily propping up the boards in a position. Later in the afternoon, once the sun went down, I used my laser level to align the forms and set them at the proper height, just basically matching them up to what the outside form boards had already been done. Basically, when it's during the daylight, I couldn't see any of the laser beams, so I had to wait till it was a little bit darker, and just really wasn't great for filming, so just trust that that's what I did. Okay, so here you can see where I'm fighting the warped lumber. I had to twist this one into place. Getting everything assembled and square required quite a bit of pushing and pulling and twisting, so but with enough stakes, screws, and persuasion, I was able to get them all lined up to where they needed to be. This was also one of those stages where repeatedly checking the measurements was important. A small error in these forms could basically impact the overall greenhouse build, and the greenhouse is a very specific size, and if I'm off a little bit, I can't really adjust it. Okay, now with the forms finally in their place, it was time to start filling inside of the foundation with gravel. I brought the gravel home in the back of my truck, and I used this Beaver dump cart to move into the greenhouse area. I think this thing has a weight limit of 750 pounds, which makes it perfect for this because gravel is not light. It saved me from having to carry everything shovel load at a time, but still there's a lot of shoveling, and I decided to pick the hottest week of the summer to do this. So I started at the front, the foundation, and started working my way to the back. So as the gravel started building up near the entrance, I kind of shaped it into a temporary ramp. This allowed me to roll the cart directly inside the perimeter instead of dumping everything from the outside and trying to move it again by hand. So from there, I continued filling the center area, carefully working around to kind of get it into the internal form boards. Eventually, this gravel will become the finished floor inside the greenhouse. I think I might add some decorative rocks or maybe some pavers instead, but this is going to basically give me a well-draining base before pouring the perimeter. So now it's time to finally pour the concrete. My son helped me out with this part, and I honestly don't think I could have completed it without him. This short section of time lapse represents about 2.5 hours of mixing, carrying, pouring, spreading, and leveling concrete. It's also probably the most physically exhausting part of the entire foundation build. We worked our way around the perimeter one batch at a time, making sure we filled the forms and worked its way around the stakes and reinforcement. This is my first time working with concrete, so it's definitely a learning curve, but by the end of the day, we had a complete foundation ready to support the greenhouse. I will say that we mixed the beginning, we mixed it a little bit too dry, and it kind of showed in the end, but we found that a little bit wetter mix kind of flowed better, filled up the forms better. So if you're going to do this, recommend getting a little bit wetter than we did initially. Okay, so there you have it. This is the finished foundation for the greenhouse. It's my first time pouring concrete, so it's a little rough, but for the most part, it's going to do what we need it to do, which is kind of keep the greenhouse off of the dirt. So I'm going to finish this right now. I'm going to start getting the rest of the greenhouse kind of ready to go, but it's been kind of hot, so I haven't been able to record much. Okay, the foundation may not be perfectly smooth, but it is solid, level where it needs to be, and ready for the next stage of the process. In the next video, I'll be assembling the Bellerose greenhouse structure and finally start turning this foundation into an actual greenhouse. So there's a lot left to do, including the pergola, electrical work, water, and get everything for plants. So if you're interested in seeing how the rest of this project comes together, make sure you're subscribed and follow along with the rest of the greenhouse build. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.